Hello guys, how you are doing? Welcome back to Byte by Riya. So today we are planning to do a custom exception in Java by using a simple project which stimulate an ATM machine. We want to check whether the pin is equal which when the if the user entered any pin, we want to check with that whether it is equal, the account number is equal or not, and the user also want to get three chance. If the user entered wrong pin, we want to give three chance for the user, and after the three chances are over, we want to block the card. So that is the thing that we want to do. Before going to project, let me tell you what is custom exception. So custom exceptions are used to represent applications or specific errors or exceptional conditions that cannot be handled using the standard Java exceptions. There are a lot of standard Java exceptions like IO exceptions, arithmetic exceptions like that. But if we want to make our own exceptions? Okay, sometimes we want to make our own exceptions. In this case, the Java will not know whether like this ATM pin is correct or not. So in that case, we need to give an exception, right? We want to build an exception. So now I will tell you how to create an exception. Okay. So to create a custom exception, first step, you must extend the built-in exception or runtime exception class, and you want to provide your own implementation. Okay, there is already the exception is there, exception class is there, right? So we need to extend that, inherit that in our project, and this enables you to define your own exception hierarchy and provide a specific details about the error that occurred. Okay, and creating custom exception can help to make your code more modular and maintainable, as you can provide more specific error message and avoid relying on generic exceptions for handling different types of errors. And customer exceptions also provide a more readable and understandable code base, making it easier for other developers to understand the intent of your code. Overall, custom exceptions are a valuable tool for Java developers, allowing them to provide more detailed and specific error handling that is tailored to the specific application requirements. All right, so let's start on the code. First of all, we can do the code without any exceptions. Okay, we can handle it by using a very basic if else condition, and then we can add the exception as well as we can add the custom exception. Okay, so I already imported the scanner class. Okay, now let's create a class called ATM, not the main class. I'm going to create a class called ATM. So class ATM, it is not public. I'm removing that. Okay, so I created a class called ATM. In that class, okay, in that ATM, I am creating a variable called account number. Okay, I am creating a variable called account number for what? To storing my account number. Okay, and I am storing my account number. My account number is 12345. All right, and I am creating another variable called pin, and my pin number is 12349. Okay, and I am creating two more variable. Okay, I am creating a variable called an. So what is the duty of an? If the user entered any answer, okay, if the user give any input, it will store the AN is the variable which stores the account number. So when the user entered any account number, it is stored in a variable called AN, as well as I want to create for password as well, right? If the user entered the password, it will store it in a variable called PWD. Okay. All right. So we are done with the import the scanner class. This scanner class we are using to take input from the user, and now we defined the correct account number and pin number as as here as a instance variable. Okay, this is now the instance variable, right? All right. Next, what we want to do? We want to create an account number and pin instance variables. Okay. So for that, I want to create now. I want to create. I am creating public a method. Okay. Public. I am creating a method. Okay. To store to accept the input number. I'm creating a method called accept input. What is the duty? What is the job of this accept input method? To accept, if the user type in anything, it will store it in this method. So to take the user input, I want to create the scanner object to take the input from the user. Scanner scan equal to new. This is how we have to create scanner class, right? We want to create scanner class. I want to mention system.in. Okay, I created a scanner class for what, guys? To take the user input. All right. Next, what I want to ask the user to store. We want to ask the a statement, isn't it? So I want to create a print statement. Dear user, please enter. So system.out.println. What I need to ask? I need to ask, dear user, please enter the account number. I'm telling enter account number. All right. Then I want to store that in a variable int. Where I'm going to store? In the AN. Equal to what I need to store? The entered account number, right? So we created a scanner object to take input. Then I want to store, we want to prompt the user and store the entered account number in a variable called AN scan dot. Then only it can read the user input, right? Scan dot next int. It will scan what the user is entered. All right, now next what I want to store the entered pin as well, right? So I'm just copy pasting the same thing. I want to ask the user to enter the pin. Then I want to store it in where? PWD. Oh, PWD. All right. Next is the real thing. Okay, so we want to compare the input with the stored credentials. If they match, we want to print a statement called money is dispensed. If it is not, we want to say wrong credential. So how to do that? So for that, what we need? We need an if condition. We want to check whether the user entered is equal or not, right? User entered account number equal. So my account number is stored in a variable called account num. This one, whether I want to check this is equal to the user input account number. It is stored in variable. If user given in account number, it is stored in AN, correct? So I want to check that is both are equal. Not only that, I also want to check for password, right? I want to check whether pin is equal to PWD, right? I want to check whether the pin number is equal to whether the user entered thing PWD is equal to the pin over here. So next what, if it is equal, I want to print a statement. If it is equal, I want to print system.out.println. What I need to print? I need to print collect the class, collect your cash, okay, or money. Then else, okay, else what I need to do? Else I need to print another statement, system.out.println. What I need to print? Wrong credential. I want to print wrong credentials, okay. All right, next what? So we compare the input by using if else block. All right, then I want to go to the main method. If it is wrong, I want to tell wrong credentials. Okay, now I need to go to the main method, public static void main. Okay, there I want to call it. How to call it? By using ATM. I am creating an new ATM. I created an object. Then I want to call that. How to call that? ATM dot accept input. Okay, so let's run it, guys. Let's see whether it is working right now. Okay, it is asking enter the account number. Now I'm going to enter the account number as 12345 is itself. Now it is asking pin 12349 pin. Yeah, I got the cash. Collect your cash. Okay. Now it is working perfectly. Now I'm going to enter the wrong input. Okay. So I'm putting a I'm going to put the wrong value over here. It is asking enter the account number. Now I am going to give wrong account number as well as I am going to give wrong pin. Now you can see it is telling wrong credentials, right? Yeah, it is working perfectly, but it is not throwing an error. Okay, it works, but if the user keeps entering wrong data, the program continues forever, right? And there is no restrictions or rule to block the access after repeated wrong attempts. See, no, it is not even able to, it is not allowing me to do again, right? It is, if I want to do again, I want to run again, I want to start again, I want to give the account number again, right? But it is not giving a chance for me in the same run itself, right? So that I need to fix, and it is not blocking my card, isn't it? So now we ask ourselves, can we throw an real error when someone enters a wrong credentials? So we want to, so in that case, we want to make custom exceptions. Okay, once again, what is a custom exception? A custom exception in Java is a user-defined class that extend the exception class. You can throw it when a specific error condition happens in your program with your own custom message. Okay, we can create our own custom message. In our ATM program, we want to create an exception called invalid user. Okay, so I am going to create an exception called invalid user exception that we can throw when the user input wrong credential. It will help you to improve error message, stop the flow when needed, and we want to control how many chances the user get. Normally you will get only 3 chances in ATM, right? After that our card get blocked. That is the situation. So now let's we can follow exactly what we have to do. We want to go to the class ATM. Okay, there, not in the ATM, we want to create a class called custom exception. Okay, sorry, invalid user exception. I'm going to create class, another class I'm going to create. This is how you want to create a custom exception. I want to give a name for it. You want to create a new class, invalid user exception. Okay, not public. First of all, I want to create a class called invalid user exception. You can create your own name. Now I need to create a error called invalid user exception, and then the important part, next step is I want to extend. Okay, I want to extend from where the exception. Okay, it is already there. That is the next step. I want to extend from the exception. Extend means I am inheriting from the exception class, okay, from Java. And we are creating a custom exception class named invalid user exception. Then it extends Java's built-in exception class. Next, what we need to do is that we want to override the get message, okay, method to return the customer error. Custom error, okay. Now we need to override. So how to override? I want to tell public string. I want to override get message. Okay, now I'm overriding get message. What I'm going to override? I want to return a custom error string. Okay, I want to return a message invalid, a custom message. Okay, I am printing as invalid card details. Hey user, you entered invalid card details. Try again. Alright, I'm printing that message, a custom message. Alright, yeah. So now whenever we throw this exception, it will show invalid card details. Try again. Okay, it will show this message invalid card details. Try again. Then what we need to do, we want to go to the ATM class. So I'm going, as these are, we are going to make it private. Okay, these variables I'm going to make it private. Why private? To apply encapsulation. Okay, I'm going to make this also private, this also private, this also private. Okay, why I am putting to apply the encapsulation, I made it all the private, which is a principle in OOPS concept encapsulation. Okay, that protects our data. What is encapsulation means? In simply, it will protect our data. We don't want other classes to directly access or modify the sensitive data like account number, PIN number. That is why I made it as private. Now coming to the main method, not there, accept input. Here I want to create one more thing, public scanner system dot an equal to system dot out dot print d equal to scan dot next in. So we take the user input of the account number, PIN, then store it in PWD. Then, yeah, here I want to create one more method. Okay, PWD equal to scan dot next. Before that, I am going to create one more method, public void. I'm going to create a method called a validate. Okay, why we need this method? Okay, if the user input is incorrect, we create an object of our custom exception class, print its message and throw it. This will shift the control to a catch block. So I created a method called validate to check whether the user entered is correct, and then it will throws one error. What it will throws? It will throws that invalid user exception error. Okay, invalid user exception. Then it will verify if else condition. If account number equal to this, I want to print. If account number equal to, I want to print system dot output collect your cash. Else I don't want to print this message over here. Else I need to throw the invalid user exception. I want to create the object. I want to store it in a variable called IUE. Okay, that error I am storing it in a variable called IUE. New, I just created an object, okay, of that invalid user exception. Then I need to print what I need to print, that message, right? This message I need to print, invalid user, try again. So to print that, what I'm going to do is that system dot out dot println, I need to print IUE dot get. I'm just calling in the name of the class, get message. I want to throw that, so I'm putting throw IUE. Okay, so if the user input is incorrect, we want to create an object of our custom exception. Okay, we created an object over here. Then I want to print its message and throw it. Okay, this will shift the control to a catch block. So now let's look at how we want to manage the user retries using exception handling. Oh, before that, I think I'm getting some error. I think I made some mistake. Over here, uh, as I already declared here the variables, I don't want to mention this as int, and here as well, not need. Okay, either I already declared it, right? Sometimes maybe shadowing problem will be there. So next what? Next here. I want to close this accept input over here. Then I need to paste it again. Okay, here I didn't put if condition inside the bracket. I want to open a bracket over here. Okay, now it's correct. Public void, yeah. And okay, yeah, so as I want to mention override. It will work even if you didn't mention but I'm just mentioning. Okay, to if somebody takes this, they will understand, right? This is an override method. Get message is I override it. Okay, now it's correct. Okay, next what? Next I need to do the management thing. And that is I need to handle the exceptions by using try and catch. Wait. So if who is doing the card blocking, or the user is getting another chance? Okay, in if he entered the wrong input, the user will get at least 3 chances. Again and try again, then card block. Who is doing that? Is that doing by ATM? No, right? It is doing by the bank. So just like that, we can create a class. We can create a bank class. Okay, we can create a new class called bank class bank. Now I created a class called a bank. Then inside it I want to create a method called initiate. So I want to initiate public void. I'm going to create a new method called initiate. In that I want to call the ATM. Bank has the access to ATM equal to, I'm creating an object of the ATM over here. Then I'm calling by using accept input. How to call? ATM dot accept input. Then as well as I want to check that ATM dot validate input, right? Okay, so next what we need to do, we want to ask for the user input and to validate it first attempt. Okay, for that, if the credentials are wrong, our custom exception will be thrown and it want to quote in the catch block, right? So for that we want to make use of try and catch block. If it is throw an exception, it want to catch, right? For the first time, let's run it. Oh, I think it will not work. Public void initiate. Then I want to put ATM equal to ATM equal to, yeah, I want to put these things in the try block. I want to use try keyword. In that I am putting, so if I use try block, I want to make use of catch block. So how to write catch block? I want to tell catch, then I want to use a parenthesis inside it. I want to tell exception E, and if I catch the exception, I want to store it in variable E. Then so this is for the first attempt. Okay, if the user enter the so I'm getting an error over here. It is because I missed the semicolon. Okay, so if the user entered the thing, I want to, if the user enter and this is for the first attempt. If the user entered an incorrect thing for the first time, I want to get this error. Then again I want to, for the second attempt, I want to catch the error. Just like that, for the third attempt, I want to catch the error. Okay. And in the third method, I want to print a, in the third method, in the third time, I want to print a thing called, I want to print a statement. Okay. So if it is catching exception E, for this E is for the first time. If the user enter second chance, in the second chance it is, I put a again an if try catch method, and in the, if the, for the third time also I put this try catch method. So I am giving 3 chances for the user, and it will catch the error in the, even in the 3 chance. Once 3 chance get over, I want to print the statement as system.out.println. What I need to print? I need to print card is blocked. Card is blocked. Alright. Yeah. Now I need to call it, call the bank method. I want to create an object. So coming to the main method, here public static void main, not the ATM. Here I want to call the bank. So what we done before that, we done, if the first failed, we give user here. Okay, we ask the input and validate it. If the credentials are wrong, our customer exception will be thrown and quote it by using the catch block. Okay, for the first time. Then again, second attempt, if the first try failed, we give the user and another chance. Okay, then it will if we will give user another chance. Okay, then again if it is failed, we will give an, if the second attempt also fails, the user get one more final chance. Okay, you can see one more final chance. After that it will print, if the third attempt also fails, we print card is blocked. Okay, simulating the real life scenario just like an ATM. We will block a card for too many wrong tires. Then so we use here we used nested try catch structure. Okay, to ensure that the user get exactly three chances before we are terminating the process. It's not the most scalable design, but it is the perfect for understanding the control for exception. Okay, so now let's move to the main method. There we want, so main method here, our program starts. We want to create an bank object and run the ATM logic. Okay, so I'm creating the bank object, bank b equal to new bank, and we want to run the ATM. So we want to call b dot initiate. Okay, the spelling is ENITIAT. Here also ENITIAT. Okay, I want to call. So yeah, all right. So we are done with that. Let's see whether it is working or not. We created it. Okay, let's run it. And so what we done in this program, we designed it. we define a custom exception and called an invalid exception, which extend it from the exception class. It is extending from the exception class. Then the ATM has a private instance variables for account number and PIN and public method to accept user input and validate the input against the stored account number and PIN. Then we use the validate method over here. We created a method to validate method which will throw the invalid exception when the input does not match the stored account number and PIN. The bank class has a method called initiate which will create the instance of the ATM and calls the method. Okay, and we will call the method over here. Then in the initiate method, where is the initiate method? Yeah, in the initiate method, what we done here the input is accepted by using validated using the ATM class method by using try and catch block. If an exception caught, the program allow the user to enter the input again up to 3 times. If the input is still invalid after 3 attempts, the program outputs a message saying card is blocked. Okay. Then we are going to the main method. In the main method, we created an instance of bank class and calls the initiate method to start the ATM transaction. Then overall so here this is how we have to do the custom exception by using a specific errors, okay, in an application. And we are also giving a more user-friendly experience. So if we create like that, we are giving more user-friendly experience for the end users. So let's see whether it is working or not. First of all, yeah, it is asking enter the account number. Now I'm going to enter the account number. Wrong account number I'm giving, wrong PIN I'm giving. Okay, see, again invalid card details, try again. Then it is giving another chance. Previously it is not there, right? It is giving another chance to me. I'm giving account number again, PIN number again, wrong thing I'm giving. So it is giving again another chance. If I give wrong thing again, it will tell card blocked. Okay, wrong thing, wrong thing. So my card is blocked here. Invalid card details, try again. Okay, now if I run again, I'm going to run again. Okay, oh, let me run again. Now I'm going to give the correct number. Okay, this time enter account number. Initially I'm giving wrong. Enter account PIN. Okay, invalid card details, try again. Enter account number. This time I'm giving proper one. 1 2 3 4 5. Then enter the PIN 1 2 3 4. This time I'm getting cash. Okay, all right, that's all. So this is how we want to create the custom exception in Java. That's all for in today's video. So if you like this channel, you please share, like and subscribe. Byte by Riya. Let's reach our first 100 subscribers together, guys. All right, so that's all. So see you in the next video. Bye bye for today.